Understood. Paul Robeson was a well-respected man and actor and athlete, entertainer, way before anybody really knew who Jackie Robinson was. And he had an impact on baseball in America before Jackie Robinson was even given that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So now, Jackie Robinson integrates baseball. Time goes on, okay? Time goes on. Paul Robeson is considered un-American. He's being watched. He's pretty much on a terrorist watch list because he speaks up for the treatment of black people in America. Remember, he made that statement. We shouldn't be getting involved in their war and helping because of how you treat us. It's not our it's not our fight. So the Un-American Committee said, we want to take your passport from you so you can't travel because, you know, Paul Robeson was a man who traveled the world. He was a popular dude. You know what I'm saying? They said, no, we're going to take your passport. You're here traveling the world talking this black talk about white supremacy and what's going on in America. You shouldn't be allowed to do this. So we want to revoke your passport. So what they did in the year of 1949, they said, let's have a congressional hearing. This guy here, Paul Robeson, we need to revoke his passport. We need him to admit that he's a communist. So the Un-American Committee had this big oversight meeting, this so-called meeting that's going to expose Paul Robeson and have him admit that he's a communist. And this is what they did to make it worse, people. To go against this black man, Paul Robeson, who fights for his people, they called this sellout to speak against Paul Robeson publicly. And this sock puppet sellout at this time was Jackie Robinson. Okay? Jackie Robinson did it. And he said he did it because he said though he felt as though he owed Whitey, he owed the Dodgers owner Branch Rickey, the man who signed him, a favor. So he felt as though he had to go do this and speak against this black man, Paul Robeson. He said that his loyalty had to be with these white people at this time. So that's what he did. Jackie Robinson comes in and he reads a statement that this white man named Branch Rickey, who owns the Dodgers, actually wrote it for him, told him to say it, you sock puppet. And that's what he did. Okay, Jackie Robinson sat there and said this about Paul Robeson. I'm reading. He said, Paul Robeson has a right to his personal views. And if he wants to sound silly when he expresses them in public, that's his business, not mine. He's still a famous ex-athlete and a great singer and actor. You can go listen to every word, people. This out there. You know what I mean? Terrible that another black person is speaking we have a black man who's speaking up for black people in the conditions in America, and they go get a sock puppet like we still have today, Jackie Robinson, to do this. Okay? Still happens. And he says that he sounds silly. You know, they'll always go get one of these knee-slapping one of these old giggling weak Negroes, okay, a shine bone, to put against another black man who's speaking up for their people. So the white man says, oh, well, look at what Jackie Robinson said. There you go. You know what I mean? And they still do that to this day. Now, my thing is people could feel how they want to feel about this. You know, I know when people like somebody or there's a black celebrity, their tolerance for calling them out, it becomes a lot higher. You know, a lot of our people have a high tolerance for these celebrities or these sellouts or their coons. It becomes greater. You know, we got this thing where we give these black celebrities a break. You know what I'm saying? But then all this old brother talk comes in. Oh, he's still black and he's black this. But, you know, they don't extend that same gratitude to black people in their community. It's only for celebrities usually. OK, it's not over, people. Jackie Robinson, he had a track record of being a sock puppet for white supremacists. In the year of 1963, Jackie Robinson publicly expressed disagreement with the political positions of the Nation of Islam. Malcolm X, Imam El-Hajj Malik El-Shabazz, said that Jackie Robinson's display and what he did with Paul Robeson was an example of submissiveness to white establishment. I mean, think about it. The year of 1963, who speaks out against the Nation of Islam and what somebody like Malcolm X was talking about, what Elijah Muhammad was talking about at that time? I mean, come on now. I mean, regardless of what somebody might know now and today about certain things, 1963, people who are speaking up for black people and black advancement, I mean, come on. Jackie Robinson did it. He always seemed to have something to say in favor of Whitey, too. Jackie Robinson was that guy.
In Illinois, The State Athletic Commission demanded that he apologize for remarks they considered unpatriotic. If he refused, the commission would cancel the fight.
What about your unpatriotic remarks that you made?
I apologize for saying things to the newspapers that I should have said to the government officials or the draft board, rather, I mean to say. I apologize for opening my mouth and saying things that should have been taken up with them and not with just newspaper writers over the telephone.
Commissioners, have any questions to ask of the witness?
Mr. Clay.
Muhammad Ali, sir.
Mr. Clay.
Muhammad Ali, sir.
Mr. Muhammad Ali, either
Yes,
one.
just Muhammad Ali.
When you appeared before this
The fight was
commission
canceled.
before,
Ali's next 4 bouts took place outside the United States.
Yes,
When
sir.
Ali made his statement that he was not going to be a party to an unjust war against the Vietnam, the Viet Cong people, that it was a backlash from the white community. Some of them would call him all times of night, threaten to bomb up his house. They'll throw rocks at his house. Some even drive by in cars, hollering and drunk and shooting at his places and different things like that.
Mr. Muhammad Ali is from Louisville, Kentucky. Did you know that?
Yep.
He was born in Louisville, Kentucky. Do you know what's happening in Louisville, Kentucky today?
Marching for open house.
They're marching for open occupancy. Now here's a black man who can't live where he wants to live in Kentucky, and the hunkies gonna send him to Vietnam to fight for freedom.
Well, I think that he's hurting, the morale of a lot of young Negro soldiers over in Vietnam. And the tragedy to me is that Cassius has made millions of dollars off of the American public. And now he's not willing to show his appreciation to a country that is giving him, in my view, a fantastic opportunity, hurts a great number of people.
That video right there is just one example of why white Americans hold Jackie Robinson in high regard and why I don't and I never will. And why they don't mind black people celebrating Jackie Robinson, okay? He was the perfect pick to integrate. Notice he made sure he called him Cassius in that video, just like the white man used to do with Muhammad Ali when he was trying to get at him. He would always say Cassius. He made sure that, and that's why I'll never, that's one of the reasons why. We could go on and on with this guy, Jackie Robinson. I don't give people credit for just going through hardship with white people. They talk about with Jackie Robinson, they were spitting on him and doing this. They did that to all black people who were in America going through hardship, okay? Just to give a black person all this credit because they went through hardship with white people. We all went through hardship at that time. All of our people, being put in trees and things like that by Whitey. He was out there playing baseball, making a lot of money. No knock on him making a lot of money, but I'm just saying all black people went through hardship and racism. Just going out catching a bus on a daily basis. Black people went through hardship. And if you listen to Jackie Robinson speak, you can tell how he was always making the voice sound like a white man. If you listen to him talk, you can hear how he speaks, trying to have the white man voice. And something else, cooning and being a sellout ages you in dog years because it's hard on the mind, it's hard on the heart, especially when you know what you're doing. And I think that Jackie Robinson was one of those people that knew what he was doing. So it's really got to eat away at you and age you like dog years. If you look at Jackie Robinson was a super athlete. He was healthy, not a drug addict or alcoholic. He was never obese. Jackie Robinson had heart disease and diabetes. He passed away at age 53. This is a healthy man his whole life. Now, a lot of people, when they look at Jackie Robinson, they think that this dude was like 78, 79. No. In those pictures, a lot of them, when you seen Jackie Robinson like going into the Hall of Fame and stuff like that, he was in his early 40s. He wasn't like 75 and stuff like that like people were thinking. By 53, he had passed away. The disease, you know what I'm saying? He lived a very hard life for some unpopular reasons. And I believe it had a lot to do with him being a sellout and a coon. Anyway, people, easy.